Hey Gorge, it's me, Gottmik.
And it's me, Violet Chachki.
And you're watching another episode of
No Gorge.
No Gorge.
The bane of my existence, there's two things about LA that I fucking hate.
Can't wait.
Number one is everybody wants to play their demo in the car. That's number one. Shut the fuck up.
That is so tea.
Every time I get in a car, it's like, do you want to hear my latest?
All the time. I feel like I'm always being forced to listen to
Jordan Firstman, when his shit was coming out, I swear to God, I went to not even a party. It was a mixer. It was a fucking mix and mingle cocktail mixer. To me, do you want to hear my new single? Immediate opening line, Jordan Firstman, opening line. I'm like, yeah, sure. Let's put it on. It just sounds good. 35 minutes have gone by. I'm mixing, I'm mingling, I'm drinking. I hear in the distance, do you want to hear my single? I'm like, there he goes again.
Well.
Then we're mixing and mingling, zhuzh. Again.
Good for her.
Then I'm like, put it on the fucking loudspeaker.
Literally, let's all get
Just
together.
let's all get together and listen to it.
Well, I've even been in situations where...
And you do it.
You do it too. You do it too.
We're friends. You do it to everyone.
I do not do it to everyone.
That's one LA thing that I hate.
I do too. But also, sometimes I'm in the car with like artists that like I love.
Okay.
And I'll be like, wow, I can't believe I'm listening to their new single right now.
Slater played us her new album before it came out on Coachella 3 years ago. And I was like, this is everything.
Yeah. Like,
well, that when
Slater,
it's good, it's different.
One time I was in the car with Orville Peck and Noah Cyrus, and Noah was like, get into this. And it was, I love Noah Cyrus's music. I love it. Little sad girly in the shower. Love it. Like, and she was like, get into this. And I was like, this is everything. Like, I love this song. And then so I'm like, but then I do think about it like that. I'll like, after a few songs go by, and I'll think about it, I'll be like, right, everyone. Doesn't matter like what level of anything you are, everyone wants to play their fucking single in the car.
I have a lot of friends who are like not at that level. And I'm like, and I have to be like,
yay.
Yes. Yes, girly pop. Pop off, sis. Go off, queen. That's one thing I hate about LA. The next in line thing I hate about LA, anybody who works in TV or film, pitching them, discussing with them anything. When I had a TV and film agent, any TV and film related anything, and there's a drag queen role, getting scripts, we need it yesterday. Here's the script. Can you please submit a video? We needed it yesterday.
Okay.
That's the deadline, is yesterday.
That
I'm
was always gaggy to me too.
What?
Because
are you talking about?
In the past like few months, I was like, I really want to get into acting, and I would love to do some kind of little trans guy roles, like little.
I've got a little trans guy role for you.
Okay. What is it?
You and Kyle Krieger.
Oh, right. But I was like, I think that'd be so fun for me to do little
you did.
college
You were in that
boy
RuPaul.
role,
You were in
like,
that RuPaul thing.
Yeah, do little things like that. And I was like, I want to get into it.
You're a gay
and they would be like,
secretary's
they'd be
assistant.
like, hey, here's a script. It's literally due yesterday. And I'd be like in Ohio. And I was like, what?
In order to be an actor in this town, you have to literally fight tooth and nail and be available on call no matter where you are, 24/7 with a ring light, with the camera,
blue backdrop,
and
I'm like, wait,
props.
so am I supposed to like travel around with this blue backdrop and like
These
a camera and
bitches
lighting?
expect you to drop everything you're doing at the drop of a dime and record yourself rowing a canoe upstream, fighting a war crime movie about a trans
No, 100%. And
I'm like, baby, I'm not dropping. Like, I have a job.
Well, I want to some degree, and so I was like, I'm just gonna start sending them, and then my agent left.
The other thing is that talking to a TV and film person, I had a TV guy, a TV film agent. We had a full meeting. We put a meeting on the books. Met with him. He's like, I'm just throwing out ideas here. What if we did a comic book character that was kind of fetishized, like you, like in latex and like sexy and like doing the fetish thing you do, but you were fighting the alt-right. And we pitched this as like a drag fetish comic book character that is fighting against the Trump supporters. And I was like,
that's crazy.
Are you dumb?
Yeah.
Are you dumb?
There's something about you that people like want to, I don't know the word, not like scam, but like you have like stragglers like that. They're like, I would love to book you for the craziest things. Trust me. And you're like, okay.
No,
and
meanwhile,
you like
I'm at the
trust
meeting. I'm at
these
the meeting. I'm
random
like,
people. That happens like
you
a lot to you, I feel.
want me to be a fetish cross-dresser
I think they just wanted to hang out.
battling the alt-right. I think that is the absolute worst idea I've ever fucking heard in my entire life. And I have to sit there and be like, right, yeah, let's pitch that.
Well,
Let's put a deck together for that, because that's what I need.
yeah.
The alt-right.
Well, I think he was a weirdo scammer. And there's like,
No, I just don't think he has good ideas. I'm like, what the fuck? And then the other idea he had was, let's go to, this is when We're Here was still on the air. So he was like, all the TV people, they don't have original ideas. All their ideas stem from other TV shows that are successful.
It's because they're like, okay, this is working. We got to ride this wave. We got to ride this wave. But
Like
it's
We're
not-
Here works.
It's just,
so they
it's
come
not
into
just TV and film, like with music too. Like a bunch of my
Everyone.
like producer friends, like with Charlie XCX's like vibe.
auto-tune.
They were like, you have no idea, like, and they were naming all these A-list celebrities, and they're like blah blah blah, just hit me up and said, give me Charlie XCX type vibes. I'm like, what? It's like full A-list
Literally,
divas.
everybody is sheep. It's
Like,
everyone
this
in this
is working.
town.
Let's go.
This
Everyone's
the auto-tune right now. Nobody. How do you think Charlie got that? By doing something different. Like, nobody wants to be like taking the risk, going out on the limb, trying something new.
Sometimes it works out, like the Selena Gomez moment.
Yeah, I like that song.
Great.
But it's
my favorite
still, but
Selena
I'm
Gomez
still
song.
like, oh, this is a Charlie. Like, I'm still like, oh, this is like derivative.
Yeah.
Like, it's still derivative of this thing. And it's like, oh, you're trying to be this thing. You're not even doing like, I like the song. It works. Yes.
Definitely, I thought it was fun. I liked the beat.
But that's not what I'm trying to do, baby. I'm not trying to be derivative of some fucking We're Here show. There already is We're Here. And not anymore. But at the time, he was like, what if we went to haunted places around the country and did a drag show?
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing ideas here, and I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? And then we go and we pitch our like very simple idea that is also derivative of a show that has already existed, multiple shows. Just basically the basis of early 2000s reality TV was basically docuseries.
Yeah.
Very simple. Our lives are crazy, film it. Not that complicated.
Yeah.
No.
We like have talked to all these like weird random people so many times about this idea, and then we were like, and then we like look at it and we're like, wow, we've been pitching this for so long, and then I take a step back, I'm like, we technically never pitched it to like anyone that actually
Well,
had
whenever-
an idea. Like it
But
was
the thing
like,
is, what do you qualify as like officially pitching? Like going into a meeting with a presentation, or like
yeah, like
talking to someone?
going
pitching?
in and being like this, like to a Hulu type bitch who's buying shows.
I think
people who
I
are
don't
buying
necessarily know how it works because I have a full-time job already, and so it's like this is a whole other journey. But it's like we are pitching this idea to people who pitch ideas. No.
I don't think we did that much. I think
We
did
are
it
pitching the idea to, we pitched it to World of Wonder, which is a production company.
yeah,
Correct.
Which
We
they
pitched
never
it-
brought it anywhere.
don't be fucking rude.
Every time we try to talk to somebody who works in TV and film, whether it's the CEO of Hulu, which we have not talked to, or somebody who produces shows, or a TV and film agent, or anything, there's always like, well, right now, or well, I think, or we should do, or it's like never just like loves it. Let me get it to the head of Hulu, or let me get it to the head of Netflix. It's like
Let's just try. Yeah,
this.
it's crazy.
There's never let's just try it. It's like this always like, well, I think that right now like a baking show about drag queens would really do well, or we're trying to do, or we were up for that Real Gays of West Hollywood show.
up for sure.
We did a full interview about it, and we were like, yo, we like are actually working in an industry where there's we have a lot of friends who are gay who work, and we all work together and separately, and it's like a real actual community of people. And then we got to like 2 rounds of interviews, maybe 1 round, I don't know. And they said we were too young. And then the show totally flopped because nobody wants to watch gay guys be gay maliciousness without any stakes involved. They don't even do anything.
Well, I think that the issue with that show is that they weren't friends.
That's what I'm saying. They don't even know each other.
And also we're like obsessed with Real Housewives because that's like unreachable wealth, and we're like, what the fuck is going on?
And they're women.
We're like watching these crazy like button up rich women this fight tooth, and it's like the weirdest. It's like no one wants to see these gays that don't know each other,
That are poor.
We don't know them. They don't know each other. Like, what do we have in this?
No,
like,
and that's what I'm saying. It's like there is
there's no
actually
competition. There's like nothing going on for
there
them.
There is a real community of queer artists that are actually friends in Los Angeles that are either on the precipice of a big success or are a big success. And we were trying to tell them that in the interview thing, and they were like,
I wasn't even
not listening.
They
didn't
were just
care.
asking me if I would like hook up with the guys. They were
Yeah.
they're like, would you hook up with him? I'd be like, I was like, I guess. Like that's all I got. I wasn't pitching shit to them.
I was just like, well, I have a bunch of friends who have a big following and are either successful or trying to be successful or both.
And
or
when
combo.
we were interviewing for that, the original cast that they were pitching to us were like gorgeous.
It was
I loved
definitely
the
more
people.
gorgeous.
I
than
loved
it
the people. I was
turned
like,
out
this is
to
funny.
be.
And then the people that came out, I was like,
Well, then they stuck it right in between Drag Race and Untucked.
so stupid.
Dumb, stupid idea.
Like, are people dumb? Okay, just dumb. Like, it's just dumb. It's so dumb.
Yeah, the industry in Los Angeles is funny. Even our friend, one time he came over because he was auditioning for a non-binary role. Mind you, this man is a man. And he came over and demanded that I throw makeup on him. And I did. But I also read for a non-binary role at one point. You think I give non-binary teas?
Sometimes.
Oh, it was my friend Carmen yesterday, 2 days ago. And she was talking about being a trans woman. And she kind of looked at me when she was talking about her transness and sort of goes, and I know you know what I mean. And I've never felt more seen in my entire life. Because a lot of the people that watch No Gorge will be like, oh, Violet can't speak about that.
Do they?
In the comments, it'll be like, just think that Violet shouldn't have opinion about transness and trans things. I'm like, you guys, I literally was forced to choose a gender 10 years ago, and I chose male because I don't have body dysmorphia. I still have thoughts and mental states and mental hang-ups when it comes to dating and sexuality and gender expression. 100%. Obviously. I don't know.
Obviously,
I just don't. Is that not
obviously.
obvious? I guess like in today's day and age, like you do have the Maddie Morphoses. You do have people that just do drag as like a fun little la-di-da. To me, this was like a need. Like my body told me to put the eyeliner
I
on.
think that's actually more rare.
It gets really murky. I don't know. My body was like, you are a girl. Put the eyeliner on.
Right.
Cara Cunningham, I think a long time ago, before she transitioned, was like, someone asked Cara why she put makeup on. She's like, the same reason I take a shit. My body told me to.
Yeah, I mean, I think LA is just a lot. And I remember when I first moved here, I was like in the makeup industry, and I was just like so naive and didn't know anything about anything, and just was like, do makeup on celebrities. Like, it was just like, I was like, yeah.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
And then people would come up to me and be like, don't lose that. Like, don't lose that. And I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, of course I'm never gonna lose this, honey. Like, the sparkle's gone. I lost. Like, I was like for a minute there, like last year, I was like, it's never coming back. I lost it. There's no more.
The city will
Like, I
wear
was like,
you
the
down.
sparkle's gone.
The sparkle's coming back for me.
I was like, I'm never coming back from this. Like, I get what they were saying, and I think I did get it back.
Slightly.
I
You think
did.
it's full force back then when you were slaying the faces left and right?
I think
You're wiser.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm ever gonna be that stupid, fucking crazy child running about. And now I see that in like younger kids. I'm like, oh god, you're just so happy, and
You're
like
just
you
gonna
just
get
don't-
torn
I'm like, yeah.
down. You're
But
gonna get
that's
torn
so
down.
sad. But it's just like the tea, and it's
No,
just
it is
the industry,
sad.
and it's like you have to, when you're like climbing, they're just like next, like younger, hotter, faster, stronger
There's
kids.
always someone younger
Yeah,
and hungrier
and it's
coming
fast,
down the
and they don't
stairs
care,
after you.
and no one cares, and I think that's crazy. In LA, it's always like, so what do you do? What do you do? Like, it's just like weird.
You
vibe.
started in that world, and you still freak me out sometimes. You're like, well, he's a huge star, and I'm like, he does
Star.
makeup.
I never did that.
You're
Well,
like, they're a star now, and I'm like, they are a celebrity makeup artist.
they are stars.
Right.
I love it. I think
No, I love it too.
I think that
I love a beach wave.
If you are successful in your industry, you're a star, baby. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like love that about LA. Just like always, like, and every time you go out, it's like you just have to be on because you're always just like, it's just always.
Oh my God. You know, one thing that
Vlogs.
happened the other day to us that was hilarious and very Los Angeles? We went to the Cowboy Carter, like, official after party. Like, I got a VIP invite. It was very exclusive. Like, had to send names in, like, a whole shablammarama ding dong. Like,
Drama.
it was, Beyonce was supposed to be there.
Idea sounded great, but actually having to execute it, I wanted to to kill myself.
So we roll up to the event and we're wearing our little Western outfits. And I'm literally like, let's just get the photo out of the way because I don't want to get pulled away because we've been there before and we've gotten pulled away. So we go up and we're waiting in line. There's somebody taking a photo of somebody else. There's like a professional photographer and like a hat wall, like a cowboy hat wall. And I'm like, great, let's get the photo. Then we can just like do the lap and then like make a move from there. So literally someone is getting a photo taken. They walk away and I literally am like, great, yippity doo, my turn. I go and I start posing in front of the hat wall.
We're also waiting.
We were waiting in line.
Like there was like someone in front and I was like, oh, should we come back? And I was like, let's just get it.
Let's just get this out of the way and get it
I was
on
like,
with.
fine.
And get the photo. It'll be cute. La-di-da. There's like, it's not even like graphics. I don't like when some repeats have graphics. It's just hats, which I thought was kind of cute. And it was all black. We would have popped. It'd have been cute. So I'm like, let's just do this photo and then like move on with our lives. The manager's going to want it. Like we're here for the PR of it all. Let's do the PR.
Yeah.
So the person in front of us goes and poses. They get the photos. They look. They check the camera. They leave. So then I'm like, yay, my turn. We'll do singles, double singles. That's what I always do. So I get a photo. Then we do a duo. Then we get a single of Mick. And then we hit it. I go to pose for the photo. I turn around. The photographer could not be further away, has left the building.
Yeah, she handed me her bag to go do the same. So I'm like holding all the bags and I'm like watching it happen. I'm like,
It was the craziest, most humbling. I can't even...
it was so crazy.
Literally saw me and hard pivoted away from the step and repeat, the photographer, and goes into an office. Literally, it was like a movie. It's like, it couldn't have been more like, no. Goes,
literally.
it like literally was like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Like he literally was like, and walked into an office, and I was like,
And I was
oh,
holding
you're
all the
kidding.
bags like, oh.
Oh, you're kidding. We have to go.
Yeah, we're like, we gotta go.
I need a drink immediately. It was crazy. I wish if we had a fucking docuseries.
That would have been hilarious. It was so funny.
No, it's
guys.
like not as funny as telling it. The physical comedy of what was going on and me being like, us being stressed out about this fucking.
Yeah, we were like
repeat.
stressed to get there and like get in, and then we like got there, and I was like, let's get a drink, and I was like, let's just get out of the way. Come on, let's go. And then we like waited. It was just like so much like stress and build up and crazy, and then we're like, finally, like our turn to do it. And then he's like, nope.
And they're like,
And we were like, yeah, okay, well, we tried.
literally, I was like, okay, well, we tried and we gave it our best and we wore the cowboy outfits and whatever.
So funny.
That's a very LA specific experience, I would say.
Yes, Gorge. This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid. All in one little place.
From consultations to events and experiences, showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. Get paid on time with professional on-brand invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Whoa! Squarespace makes it easy to showcase your expertise and engage clients with video content on your website. Upload and organize your videos, create stunning video libraries, and even monetize your content by adding a paywall. Perfect for online courses, exclusive tutorials, and premium workshops.
Just that easy. So easy that Squarespace makes it easy to monetize your content by selling access to online courses, blogs, videos, and memberships. Start with a fully customizable website and earn recurring revenue by gating your content behind a paywall. Simply set the price and choose whether to charge a one-time fee or subscription for access.
All right, check out squarespace.com/nogorge for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code NOGORGE to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Love it.
Good deal if you ask me.
Oh, yes.
Showbiz, baby. It's just
Showbiz.
But that's what it literally is. It's fucking Hollywood. Which I always even wonder this with like, I'm like, why do people want to live in LA if they're not in show business?
Oh my God. If you don't want to make it here in entertainment, get the fuck
Like,
out
I
of
genuinely
town.
would like anyone
It's
that lives here for
expensive.
fun to actually leave a comment.
Explain it to me.
Because there's so many places around LA that are like
San Diego.
beachier, cheaper, more gorgeous, better people. Like, it's just like, what?
Artsier.
Like, and then also, if let's say you do have like an office job, you work at the fucking City Bank downtown or something like that vibes. Why do you have your family living in a fucking apartment complex in Hollywood? It's like you could go to the Valley and have like a house for cheaper. And it's like the way that I play
Or
music and
Inland
get like
Empire.
a noise complaint because they have to work in the morning. It's like, bitch, you do not have to live in a fucking $6,000 apartment.
That's
in
like
WeHo.
my neighbors during
like, you
COVID.
could literally live in a. If you got $6,000 in the Valley, you could have a gorge house with your fucking family and wake up whenever the fuck you want.
And then on the flip side of that, we have friends that live deep in the valley who do work in the industry and do make enough money to live closer into the city. And I'm like, babe, you want me to come all the way to the valley? What? So that you can have a backyard?
yeah,
You
it's
just
like-
can't. Like, everyone has it back asswards.
It's really weird. And as someone who lives in an apartment, I like love living in an apartment. And I as an apartment renter, I'm like, I know that I have fucking neighbors above, below, and the side of me.
Oh my
So if
God.
someone's making a lot of noise, it's like, I chose this life to live here. Unless you're going fucking absolutely insane all through the night for maybe 2-3 days in a row. That's when I'd be like, babe, get it together. Like, I'll sleep with a pillow over my head before I do that. Noise complaint in an
Bitch.
apartment, babe. You signed a contract that you're my neighbor. We basically live in the same fucking
It's like a
build.
dorm.
It's literally like a dorm. Like, I could go live in a fucking house.
Literally during
like,
COVID,
what?
during the middle of the day, during COVID, I was playing music on a JBL little fucking Bluetooth speaker. The neighbors, I've told this story before,
Yeah.
slipped a note under my door, noise complaining, and told me about their work schedule. I was like, I don't care. Noise ordinance is 10 p.m. Fuck, call the cops.
Literally before 10
Literally
p.m.
call the cops.
10 p.m. is actually crazy. Like, before 10 p.m., you're like, get a grab bed.
Even till 2. The cops, by the way, I've learned since someone drove their car inside of my building, literally someone drove their car into the side of my retaining wall of my house, and I'm freaking out. The house,
That was crazy too, because I was also happening to like be driving by. I call Violet, she answers from her busy calling the cop schedule. And she was like, someone just ran into the side of my house. I was like, you are kidding me. And I'm in full drag. She's literally on the way home. I'm like, I will be there in literally 4 minutes.
yeah, mix.
And so I literally am like, 4 minutes, pull up.
Let me set the scene. Let me set the scene. Someone has driven their car into the side of my building, basically. It's like a retaining wall that holds up the house and the yard, and like it's my house was built in 1909, so do the math. That's 115 years, 114 years, whatever the fuck, 16 years. Don't know. I'm not a mathematician, I'm a beautician. So there's a car in the wall, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm freaking out. There's a bitch ass neighbor who rents down the street who's like, I think it's fine. And I'm like, excuse me, when the fuck did you become a structural engineer, renter? Get back in your fucking apartment, bitch. There's another guy across the way, straight guy, cracking jokes.
He was funny.
He was funny.
He was really funny.
But I was not about to give him the laughs. And then the driver of the car, no insurance. Not his car. Just, he drove it into a parked car. That parked car hit another parked car that hit another parked car. Then after he hit that parked car, he drove into the side of my house, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm freaking out. I'm calling my mom because I guess I'm at that point.
Right.
And she's like, you need to get a police report for the insurance company. And I'm like, right. So I'm freaking out. I'm like calling all these people. You call me in the middle of it, and you're like, I'm coming. Me and Vince are on the sidewalk. I'm about to snap at this straight girl who's like, everything's everything's fine. Like, she's trying to diffuse a situation that she has no business being a part of. And I'm literally about to yell at her. You're not a structural engineer and you don't own property. Get out of here. And then you decide to pull up. Literally pull up. The car is in my, like, the car is in the wall.
Yeah.
And there's a tow truck, I think, at this point. And you pull up in clown makeup, mind you, and go, while I'm having a full laughing, pull up, roll the window down. Mind you, you're about to cause other accidents. There's like other cars like coming behind you, and you're just parked in your Porsche laughing at me. While there's a car rammed into the side of my house. And that's your contribution
Wow.
to the situation.
It's funny.
I can't believe that happened. And what a fucking buffoon.
It was crazy. He thought he was like in reverse and he just drove. And then we got food.
As we always do.
Yeah. That was crazy.
The LAPD was like, is he drunk? And I was like, I don't know. Get your ass out here and breathalyze him. Like, what the fuck? And also, like, defund the police, all of that, yada, yada. Someone's car is in my house.
I mean,
sorry about it.
What are the
Someone,
LAPD even doing? I guess there's a lot of stuff. to
There's,
be
like,
doing in
serious crimes and blah, 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 whatever. They're like, I'm like, okay, well, can you come out and make a police report? They're like, no.
LA. Yeah, no, when I got my fucking suitcase with like $30,000 worth of shit stolen, they were like, we're going to be honest. We're not going to do anything.
We're not doing
They
anything.
literally basically
They
said that. I was
literally
like, okay.
told me on the phone, I'm like, someone's car is literally in my house. And they're like, is anybody hurt? And I go, no, I don't think so. But like the car is like holding up this wall that might like, someone might get hurt. Like this is like, I don't know if he's drunk. He doesn't seem drunk, but like, I'm not a human breathalyzer. So like maybe you could decide if you figure out if he's drunk or not and come make a police report. And they're like, no. If you don't think he's drunk and no one's hurt, then we can't really do anything. You should just maybe call and make a report online. And I'm like, okay, well, what about my wall? And they're like, well, is it tumbled down? And I'm like, no, but the car is like wedged in the wall still. Like it could. And they're like, well, if it does, then call the fire department. And I'm like, and they're like, do you want me to patch you into the fire department? I'm like, yes, I guess so.
I was just watching Desperate Housewives and the police, it's just crazy. They got in trouble with loan sharks and then they went to the police and they were like, hey, we are in trouble with loan sharks. They threatened us. And the police was like, did anything happen? And they're like, no, but they literally threatened us. And she goes, well, call us when something happens. And Susan goes, lucky us. Hopefully something's gonna happen. Hopefully,
Literally.
hopefully something happens. And guess what? He
Something
got
happened.
shot and murdered. Something happened.
Well, the tow truck came. The car got towed away. Is the structural integrity of my house and wall okay? I don't know.
Okay, it is.
Are you a structural engineer?
Well,
No.
for that situation.
Do you have a degree in what? Fashion marketing? Shut the fuck up. Like literally shut the fuck up. My God. So they patched me into the fucking fire department. The fire department's like, well, did the wall fall? And I'm like, not yet. And they're like, well, what do you want us to do? And I'm like, anything at this point. Can someone make a can you give me a slip of paper? Can you get his information? Can we get an official report? Nothing. They're like, well, what do you want us to do? I'm like, and they're like, do you want us to forward you to city building and housing or what? I don't even, some other, I'm like, and then I'm like, sure, forward me. And then at that point, I'm like, oh, I'm getting the runaround.
Yeah.
I mean, the runaround.
They're like, just keep this bitch going around. And then
They're like, we'll just keep forwarding her into robots until, and mind you, to get to a human, I had to press 1 for
who even got the tow truck there?
I don't know, the fucking awful driver or the person whose car he smashed into.
That guy seemed like he had his shit together.
He was calm, cool, collected. I'm like, his shit's fucked.
Yeah.
But he was the chillest
Yeah,
one.
he was so chill.
His shit was fucked, and I was more pissed than him. I'm like, okay, am I missing something here? Or are you just like high on the weed
Well,
and
he
don't
like
care?
owns the house, right? And he's just like an old random dude. He's
I
probably
mean,
like,
that they
whatever.
definitely own that house and have owned that house for many, many, many
Yeah, he's
generations.
probably like, don't care.
Right, his house was fine. It's his car that he can't drive anymore. They're poor. They're definitely not well off. They have owned that house since 1909, I think.
Right.
Point being, the cops are not coming for a noise complaint from your apartment.
Another thing, I think that is a weird, like, growing up thing. I remember being, like, younger and being like, oh, I'm going to move to LA. It's going to be everything. Like, I just remember being, like, traveling to LA and being like, yes, this is it. And then now that I'm paying taxes and funding my life, I'm like, why the fuck am I living in LA, bitch? The fact that you're taking that percentage from me, and then I'm, like, I'm like, $2 million in LA gets you a house with like bars on the window. That is like, you have to fucking gut out and redo. And I'm like, $2 million in like upstate New York, the most fucking insane Victorian mansion I could ever imagine. And in my whole life, my dream home is waiting for me there. And then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what?
Well, can you afford your $2 million dream home in upstate New York?
No.
Okay. So you're working to get to that point.
I know, but it's just like crazy because I'm like looking at properties here. I'm like, do I really want to do that right now? I'm like, what is?
I mean, you got to have some skin in the game.
Yeah, it's just crazy because before it was just like priority shift, I think is the vibe. Because before I was like, I'm never living out of the city. That's crazy. Like people are
Well,
like,
if you look at people who like have made it in LA and then they're like, yo, I'm good. Actually, I'm going to go make a yak farm, or I'm going to go live in a Victorian mansion with my man and our children in Pittsburgh or wherever the fuck.
yeah. Even
Many people do that.
around LA, like sometimes, so realtors put their properties on Facebook Marketplace. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm.
So I like will be scrolling on Facebook Marketplace and I'll be like, it'll be like $2 million home, like in like Rancho Cucamonga or whatever.
I love that name.
Me too.
Rancho
Cunty
Cucamonga.
name.
Hey,
How far?
come out to Rancho Cucamonga. I want to live there
How
just
far
so I
is
can
that? Like
say
an
that.
hour?
I mean, bitch, the bitches that
I'm
live in
like,
Calabasas.
babe, so it's like I could have a crazy mansion out there, drive in an hour for the parties, the fun, like hang out with my friends,
Rah,
go
rah,
home
kiki,
to my
go home.
gorgeous. Like, what am I doing? And that's
Hey,
what I'm wondering for all these
I
families. living in
will go to
apartments, too.
Rancho
I'm like,
Cucamonga
get
with
out
you.
there, girl.
No, even my neighbors, they have a fucking 9-year-old daughter. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, my apartment, even they have kids. I'm like, babe, this
what
is
are you?
not.
It's like inappropriate.
It is. I agree.
Inappropriate to have your children living in a city like this.
I agree. If you're living,
It's like dangerous.
These like modern, like when I moved into this, they
Modern
like
families.
they like told me it was like influencery, like, and there are like a lot of like
that why you-
influencer type of people here. Well, they were like, oh, we got the packages all the time. We have a lot of influencers, like always like collecting the shit. Who the fuck moves
PR
their
packages.
children here? Like,
I don't
what
know.
the
Single moms, straight people just be on their own journey and shit.
I guess
A lot of straight people just shouldn't have kids, period. And yet they crank them out.
they crank them out.
They
Yeah.
crank them out like it's their fucking job.
I mean, that's.
But Rancho Cucamonga, honestly,
I literally saw it the other
I
day.
do.
That was like $600,000, and it was crazy. I was like, "What the fuck?"
I would move to Rancho Cucamonga with you.
Yeah.
Just so I could say that we live in Rancho Cucamonga.
Yeah, we could just start saying that.
Just come on down to Rancho Cucamonga.
I know, and I was like, "Babe, if I owned that house out there, my friends would be going out there all the time. If I was having a party,
house
like
parties.
crazy, and it's not even a city. Like, who's calling the cops? I have my Rancho Cucamonga ranch.
Who's calling the cops about Rancho Cucamonga Ranch?
It's crazy out there. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
mean,
But
let's talk about it.
LA's just it's a journey. It's crazy.
What would you say was the most showbiz experience you've ever had in the city? Like, when were you like, whoa?
Well, I mean, when I was younger, I was just like really hungry to like kill it. And so I was like,
You were gagging on it.
babe, I would go to college, I would wake up and do a shoot at like 6 in the morning and then go to class and then go to Disneyland after. Like, it was like the wildest
What does that
thing.
have to do with anything?
We just would. Like, it was just like, let's go to Disneyland after for drinks. And we just like would do that. And it was like so weird. And I was like,
I've never been to
hustling it.
Disneyland.
Oh, we have to go. It's
Let's
my favorite place.
go. I just don't like
And
lines.
It's my favorite place.
You're a Disney adult.
Well, I love Disney, but I have seen the Disney adult TikToks. I'm not that. I just like think it's
You
amazing.
are.
It's literally, you
are.
cannot deny the
greatest
magic.
place on earth.
It's true. But yeah, and I remember I was just like also wanted it so bad that I was just like fearless about it. And like I remember one time like David LaChapelle was at this club. I was like, I have to go just talk to him. And I literally would just go up to him. I'd be like, I'm a makeup artist. I need to work with you. Like, loves it. And I met people through him. And then it was like I was assisting. He was like, yeah, assist Sharon Galt. And I would like assist Sharon with like fidget. And at David LaChavelle's house, and then I was doing a Kim Kardashian shoot and did the background dancers, and then through that I met these people, and then I would do like, it was just like
working at Smoochie
network,
all around
and it
town.
was just like, when you're in that network, it just never ends because it just starts like fucking snowballing
More and
and
more
you're
and
like,
more and more
whoa.
and more.
And then I would like start missing, like I'd be like, I can't go to my final because I have to go do Paris Hilton's makeup. Like it would just like keep going crazy, and I didn't even want to be a makeup artist. It just happened.
What did you want to be?
I wanted to be a fashion designer. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a fashion designer. It's gonna happen.
You're so the exact type of person that colleges like love.
Oh my god.
You are like you're like $40,000 in debt. Sign me up. A fashion marketing degree that I'll never use. Give it to me.
It's a product development degree
That
with
you'll
a
never use?
fashion design specialty.
Literally, I was in fashion school looking around the room and I was like, what am I? These people are these are people that have money and nothing better to do with their time.
Yeah.
That's exactly who goes to fashion school.
Mm-hmm.
People that have money and nothing better to do with their time.
Well, sometimes at the bigger, I think
There's
at
a
the
few.
bigger fashion schools, kind of most of the time. Like I feel like at like the FITMs and the FIT, like it's just kind of like that is kind of where you go.
I'm
when you
sure
don't
it's
know.
Central St. Martin's and Parsons and
That's
maybe
what I'm saying.
RISD and fucking
Central St. Martin's. Beyond.
Where did
that
Betsy
doesn't
Johnson
count.
go? Pratt.
Oh yeah,
Pratt.
there's like major ones that are.
There's
lit.
like a few, but what every graduating year, how many people graduate with fashion degrees and how many of them go on to become successful fashion designers?
Yeah.
Like I want to see the statistics.
Well, and there's like a few that like when I was at FITM, it was like known that there was like a fashion school outside of downtown that was like way cheaper, and like that's where you actually go if you like actually want to do the damn thing.
Yeah,
It was like known. It was
It's like this is for my mom and dad to get off my back. It's like I went to college. Like you see, mom and dad, I went to college.
I was like, oh, it's happening for me. And then I went there, and I
And
went
you were
to
like, oh,
well, I did product development so it was more like ready to wear like fast fashion type gigs, and they were just really crushing the creative vibe. I was like, babe. And they're like, that would never sell. Like, that's not going to sell. I was like, okay.
oh, that's why I stopped going to art school, because I would go up there for like critique or whatever the fuck when you present your piece, and they'd be like, I don't see it, and I'm like, it's not for you then.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
was
not for you to see then.
I also
Is it?
was like
Cover
in a class,
your eyes.
and it was product development, so it was like a bunch of straight guys doing like t-shirts and stuff.
Oh, like
and I would
streetwear.
go up there and I'd be like, so my latex Lolita collection. And they'd be like, what? It was
Not
so-
my latex
I
Lolita
did-
collection. Shut the fuck up. And they're like, so my Supreme dupe
Yes.
hoodies.
Literally. And they were like, it was wild. I even was going through a
Latex Lolita is wild. I can just picture you now. Your hair's fried.
Fried.
Fried just where he's frizzy. You flat iron the bang. The back of it, curly, scrunched mess. You've got Jeffrey Campbell Litas on. You've got DeAndre harness. Blue lip.
I would wear those glitter demonia
Stop.
giant platforms, you know?
The like Club Kid boot. Like rentaclubkid.com shoe.
With little shorts and like the Marc Jacobs like protect the skin. And I'd be like, hey, like
Fashion.
that was my look. Fashion. And then
The protect your skin, the skin you're in shirts, like had a gorilla grip on everyone. Like that was like, I'm wearing a designer piece.
yes,
I've got designer clothes
and
on.
I went to charity. Like,
Yes. I'm wearing designer clothing. Get with it.
funny. So
Mark,
funny.
I'm wearing Marc Jacobs head to toe.
Yeah, but I think just that was like the most showbiz stories that it was me.
This is me.
I think Drag Race is also so show busy, and I remember being there and like have worked in the industry, and a lot of the girls around me were just like going crazy, and like I was like,
didn't know.
and it's like obviously you go crazy. I was going crazy too, but I was like, it's also a show, and like I had that kind of in the back of my mind. And so that was interesting to see.
Well, I didn't realize it was a show until it's hard to say, because I kind of did realize it was a show because I was saying Kukarach stuff like the first episode on purpose. Ooh la 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 la. Like I was like, need screen time. I hate
Yours
Michelle
was
Visage.
kind of a season that was like cusp of it still,
was
like
cusp.
trying to be
The Olympics of drag.
Like I feel like it started out being like kind of actually a pageant, and they were
It
kind of
did.
like filming that, and they were like, "Oh, you guys are crazy as fuck. We're just filming you guys fighting for this crown." Actually,
It started out
And now it's like absolutely not
just
a
a TV
pageant.
show.
It's just a TV show. Like everything is like
Absolutely.
You think those wheels like oh like that's real? Like shut the fuck up.
you think they're just randomly choosing songs and names and it's all
My fucking All-Star season being badges for fun. Like oh she's in the bottom, give her 3
give her a
badges.
badge.
Like girl,
Grow
it's
up.
Just fucking
Grow
TV now.
the fuck up.
And that's why I saw like that awful winner who shall not be named, who is like awful on Twitter about everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, that angel.
Will I get such a big decrowned?
Yes, everyone's like I've seen articles that are like the fandom is demanding that she gets decrowned because she's not holding. I'm like, you guys think it's an actual fucking pageant where RuPaul's gonna take the time and be like, you don't represent, like, babe, it's a fucking TV show. Like they don't give a
I mean,
fuck.
RuPaul and World of Wonder could definitely put out a statement like,
They don't represent us. Like
for all intents and
whatever.
purposes, the metaphorical crown
But
is
it's
gone.
not like Miss Continental where it's a real pageant and like Alyssa and Coco like taking the crown. It's like not real, babes. Like it's not.
I mean, but it is real.
No, it is not.
It's
a TV
definitely a
show.
TV show,
They do
but
not take it
this
seriously like
this
that.
does represent. It's hard. See, I come from the school when I was rolling up to Drag Race. In my brain, it was real.
Does anyone ever, do you ever drink the prop drinks and actually feel drunk even though they're not real? I do.
And I learned
that's why I say
quickly.
yours was like cuss.
It was definitely cuss. Mine was definitely a cuss. When Tyra was there, it was real.
Yeah.
It definitely was real when she was there.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would hurt World of Wonder or whoever, Viacom, whoever the fuck, RuPaul, whoever. I mean, RuPaul did that slapping meme, which is like, I guess that's enough. Because it isn't real for these TV people, for the
don't give
TV
a
people,
fuck.
for the producers, for Drag Race, for all those people. This is just their job. For these people that work on the TV show, it's just a TV show. For the audience and for some of the queens especially, it's like the Olympics of drag, and it's a very like crucial part. But a lot of the crew, especially the PAs, baby, it couldn't be more of just a job for them if we tried.
No.
Like they
on my All-Star season, the PAs literally said that to me. They're like, babe, we're just trying to go home. I was like, then go. Like, what?
no, they like
I was like,
like,
I
this
paid.
is like our
I spent my.
lives.
I literally said that to a while ago. I was like, I spent my savings, like everything I have, like to show my
Art.
fashion journey, my art, like
my
what I've
life.
learned
Like,
since
this
season
is- Some
13.
of your looks were like derivative of like life moments for you. Like this was like a healing process. This is like our everything, our livelihoods, our lives, our life's
That's when it
work.
does get crazy.
And to the PAs, it's literally just a random shit gig.
They're going to bed. They don't give a fuck. Which is like also, I have been on the other side of that where I have done makeup for like, I did makeup for Basketball Wives. I did makeup for like America's Next Top Model. I did makeup for Germany's Next Top Model. Like a bunch of these shows where it's like, I was literally going there, doing the fucking makeup and leaving and never thinking about them again. But those girls, it's like their whole lives, America's Next Top Model. Like, of course. It's so weird to be on the other side and be like, that was just a job to me.
Like
Like,
Drag Race is one of the only shows, well, it used to be one of the only shows that you could actually get a career off. Like, Next Top Model, the first couple seasons, yeah. American Idol, first couple seasons, yeah. Now we're at a point with it where I think these girls don't even, like I was saying earlier, it's like, I don't even know if they, like, their body tells them to put the makeup on. Their mind. It's like not an innate thing. It's like, oh, I'm going to just do that because it's fun and I'm going to get on TV. Bye. Like, it's like,
right.
it's crossed over. We should not be talking about Drag Race this much.
Yeah, well, I was just brought it up because it was like that's a very showbizy thing. I like when I'm
Yeah.
thinking about showbiz, I like remember being there and just being like seeing the people working, and be like, oh, this is like a show, and seeing them in their trailers. And I was like, oh right.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely. I mean, obviously,
And that
I
show
was
was a
talking about
crew-
besides that, but I meant like more like around town stuff because obviously,
what
yeah, for
are
me
you-
too. I don't know, like I ran into D. Antwoord at Chateau Marmont one time.
Oh,
with
like-
D. Devon Peace, like, and had cocktails with them. Like we saw Pedro Pascal that one time. Just like I don't know, celebrity sightings or like Demi Moore introduced me to Jennifer Tilly at this Caparelli event, and she was amazing, and they were both amazing, and it was beautiful. And like,
I mean, that
it
is
was
the
just
wild
fun and
part of
gorgeous and-
LA is like things like that happen. Like I was at a literal rave at like 4 a.m. and like somehow I don't even know, some guy came up and I was like with Anya Taylor-Joy.
Right.
And they came up and he was like, oh my God, I'm Charlize Theron's assistant. And we were just talking about you. And I was like, oh my God, I love Charlize. And we're at like a
love
warehouse in
Charlize.
downtown LA talking with like Anya about Charlize Theron, like talking about it's like, I'm like, what is going
Those
on?
are more the moments I was talking about, but filming
But-
Drag Race is a good one too.
I thought you meant like work. I don't know.
Or just like Hollywood things that would only really happen in.
I mean, talking about
LA.
literally the only things that happen in LA is like going back to when I got my suitcase robbed, and we talked about that early in the episode. I got my suitcase robbed and stolen.
You got robbed and had your suitcase stolen.
Yeah, and I got it stolen, and then I like had to. I was doing Ariana Grande's makeup the next day, and I was like, maybe still on Drag Race. I don't even know, but she hit me up and was like, hey, I'm doing a video. I would love for you to be on it. I do not know Ariana Grande at this point. Like, we DM'd or whatever. And I was like, yes, oh my God. My suitcase got stolen with all of my makeup, like everything I owned. Like, I was gone for like a long time before that. So it was just like everything. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this Angel's makeup tomorrow. So then I like wake up, go to the makeup store. Like,
That's a Hollywood thing. All the makeup stores in the Valley are
crazy. The best things in the world. Like professional makeup stores, Lucky, got like all new brushes. I show up at Ariana Grande's house with a literal pro makeup like shopping bag. And as I'm doing her makeup, like undoing the brushes, like undoing the plastic, I'm like, so undoing another one. Like she's like, do you want someone to help you do that? I'm like, no, it's good. And then I told her I got stolen, and she's like, oh, my tour manager is sickening. He'll help. And like he started like,
she's a tour manager?
she obviously has a tour manager.
Well, can we use that tour manager?
He was great, and he was like, he was trying to find my suitcase, and I was like, Ariana Grande's tour manager is trying to find my suitcase right now.
That's the Hollywood moment I was more talking about. Then I filmed the Drag Race, and it was a TV show.
But Ariana Grande is the best person
It's
alive, and
crazy.
she was so chill, and now we're friends, and she's an
That's the
angel.
Hollywood thing for me, hanging out with her at her REM event. She was so fun and sweet and gorgeous. And
That is a thing that I sometimes I'm like, why do I live in LA? And I'm like, oh, it is like so good to like, I just like love being able to be like, oh, there is like your friends starting a brand. Like it's like where the like parties are, and like you get to celebrate such like big moments and like TV and film and like people you like know
Beauty,
at work.
art,
Yeah, it's
fashion.
like really is fierce to like do that and be able to.
I
like,
also like LA because there is all of that Hollywood shit we just talked about, but there's also like the mountains and the desert and the lake and the Big Bear and the San Diego and the suburbs and the hills and the hiking and the food. And it's like kind of whatever you want.
Yeah. And I like that about the food too. Like it's just the best food. Like you can get any type of
Any-
food at any time of day. And I
we're
say it's
gonna.
bad. I think it's, dare I say, way more 24/7 than even New York, the quote unquote city that never sleeps. I'm like, where do I get food?
we had in New York?
God, those trucks.
Ugh.
Sick and twisted.
Blech.
But yeah, so overall, I always sometimes I'm like, I need to move from LA. Like I
So
just
what's
can't.
like your Hollywood dream?
I think I do want to get into acting more, honestly. I really do love doing it, and I do want to do like more boy stuff. And I think that's like a good spot for me. And yeah, I want to do that more. And so I want to do that, and then I want to have my makeup brand and do drag when I want to do drag at a very extremely high curated level. Because that's when I love drag the most.
Well, duh.
Is when it's like so beautifully tailored in fashion and artistry, and that's when I want to do it. So that's the dream for me, dare I say. What about you?
I really enjoyed making music in the past, and so I'm gonna be dabbling in that soon. And I love music. I love DJing.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it.
The music thing goes into the drag thing with me. Like my music career is so in my drag space. Like it's not an out of drag thing for me for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, when I think now that we have our music things and we're like planning like shows and things with our music, I'm like, that feels so much better to me to do like my own music with the drag stuff than like me going around the country doing Britney Spears tracks. It's like not as fun to me. So I agree with that.
Love that.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, love that.
Okay. Well, what
Yes.
else besides your music? Right.
I think I've pretty much done everything in drag that I wanted to do.
Yeah. The Hollywood dream, honey.
My Hollywood dream is to leave. My Hollywood dream is to quit and marry Rich, perhaps, but he's also
Okay,
funny.
where's that part of LA for us?
Yeah, where is that part?
Okay.
For sure. Wow, I did not know where the episode was going, but I love where it went.
Showbiz.
Showbiz, baby.
So basically, we love LA. Be safe out there.
Truly.
And
Weaponize the dolls.
believe in your dreams.
Reach for the stars, you might land on the moon.
Reach for the moon and you'll land amongst the stars. If you reach for the stars, you might land on the moon. Bye.
Literally. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's episode of
No Gorge.
And make sure you check out our Patreon where we've uploaded exclusive content.
Yes.
And we'll see you in the magazines.
Bye, Gorge.
No Gorge.